Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Today's BOGO is buy one lavender, get one peppermint free, which is super exciting because both of these oils are in our top 10 essential oils. They have so many health benefits, so many ways that we can use these oils separately, individually, and combining them. So let's talk about how to use lavender. You may have heard this before, but we have a little saying, when in doubt, use lavender, because it's so multi-purpose. If you're not sure which oil to use, go ahead and try lavender. Lavender is very calming and soothing. It's very calming and soothing to the emotions and to the skin and to muscles. So I'm just going to run down a list of specific ways that you can reap the benefits of lavender oil. Okay, so it's great for sleep. And ways that you can use lavender for sleep is to rub it right under your nose, put it on the back of your neck. You can put it in a diffuser in the bedroom overnight. You can put it on the soles of your feet. And also another nice way to get your body ready for sleeping is to add a few drops to your bath water. And as a side note, a great way to add essential oil to your bath water, if you just add the oil directly to the bath water, it'll kind of sit on top of the water and not really disperse very well. So try adding the essential oil to a little bit of a carrier oil and putting it in the bathtub that way. Or if you have Epsom salt, you can take a little bit of Epsom salt and add the lavender oil to the Epsom salt and then put the Epsom salt in the bath, and that will help the oil to disperse, to distribute more evenly throughout your bath water. So it's calming to the emotions, which is one of the reasons why it's helpful for sleep. But you can use it during the day too, not just at bedtime. And a couple of places to apply it for emotions are over the heart and on the back of the neck. You can also just put a drop or two directly in your hands and then cup and inhale to have that soothing effect on the emotions. It's good for teeth grinding. If you know someone who faces that issue, they can do it the same way that I just described for emotions. Also try applying topically to the jaw. It's great for skin. It's calming and soothing to the skin. So any kind of injury or irritation that you can think of, lavender is going to be helpful. Bug bites, sun damaged skin, any kind of irritations, itchiness, injuries. Also for skin, I like to add a few drops of lavender oil to unscented body lotion and apply that to my legs after I have shaved them. It really helps to cut down on any potential irritations. Lavender is also awesome for seasonal concerns. If you feel sneezy, wheezy, have irritated eyes at certain times of the year when the pollen count is high, or dust from the leaves or trees or whatever, lavender is going to be your friend. So lots of ways that you can try lavender for that. One way, if you struggle with your eyes, you can just take lavender and draw a circle right around your eyes. I have another video actually all about allergy. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that word. All about essential oils for spring is what it's called. And there's another video that's specifically about this little trick with using lavender actually inside your nose on a Q-tip. So look for that if those are concerns at your house. You can also diffuse lavender overnight. That really helps during that time of year. You can add it to your water actually with peppermint and lemon. Those are a great combination for seasonal concerns. Add it to your water, swish it around in your mouth before you drink it. So anyway, lots of ways that you can use lavender to support your body through that time of year when the pollen is really bothering you. You can also use lavender for head tension. I've been using it this way recently, and I'm really have been really pleased with the results. So you just want to add it or apply it to your temples, across the forehead, back of the neck for head tension. And then lavender, I wanted to also mention, is great for babies. If you have little people at your house, lavender is the perfect oil to have on hand for all sorts of concerns. It's mild enough and perfectly safe to use for them. You always want to dilute essential oils when you're using them for children, especially for babies. But try lavender if you have a fussy baby, if your baby has trouble sleeping, try lavender. If they have digestive issues, you can try lavender on their little tummies too. Okay, so that's lavender. There are many other ways that you can use lavender, but those are just a few of the top ways. let's talk about peppermint. Peppermint is invigorating and energizing. It's also cooling to the body. Two things, or a couple of things about peppermint before I tell you ways to use it, is that one, it is a pretty strong oil and can irritate sensitive skin, so you want to make sure to dilute it. I dilute it even for myself when I'm putting it on my skin because it's pretty strong. It can also be stimulating because it's energizing and invigorating, so you might want to avoid it at night, at least until you figure out how peppermint affects you. I personally cannot use peppermint in the evening because it does stimulate my brain too much, and I sometimes have trouble sleeping if I've used peppermint at night. One other little FYI, or good thing to know, especially for nursing moms, is that peppermint can decrease milk supply in some moms, not all moms, but if you are nursing and that's a concern for you, then you want to exercise caution when using peppermint. It can be helpful though when you're ready, when your baby is weaning, it can be helpful to use peppermint to ease any discomfort that's associated with that weaning process. Okay, so let's talk about how to use peppermint. Peppermint is good for alertness and energy. I don't know if anyone's making any road trips today or in the near future over the holidays. Peppermint is a great one to use in the car to help keep the driver alert and awake. Also just at home, like if you're working on projects or whatever, that afternoon slump, peppermint is a great choice to get you through that time of the day. You can cup and inhale the peppermint. You can put it on the back of your neck. It's a great in combination with wild orange for that purpose. Again, it's cooling to the body. So anytime you have a situation where somebody is overheated, whether it's a child and you're concerned about their temperature, you can put the peppermint on their feet, the soles of their feet, put it on their spine. If it's an adult, I know a lot of women, when they're going through that transition later in life, the hormones are out of balance, and their bodies can become overheated without warning. Peppermint is a great one to keep on hand for that. Some people like to make a little spray bottle with water and peppermint oil and just keep it handy to spray on themselves. You want to apply it to the pulse points. That's what's going to help bring about that cooling sensation. It's also great, like lavender, for sun-damaged skin because it helps to cool the skin. You can use it in combination with lavender for that. It's good for muscles. It is anti-inflammatory, so it can be helpful for stiff or tense muscles, either after your muscles are already stiff or tense, or if you are an athlete or you're going to be working out and you know that your muscles are going to really be working, you can apply the peppermint beforehand. It's also good for head tension, just like the lavender, and you can use lavender and peppermint together for that. Okay, apply it to the same places I mentioned for lavender: temples, across the forehead, back of the neck. Just remember to be really careful with peppermint around the eyes. You don't want to get peppermint in your eyes. Best to dilute it, especially when you're using it on the face. If you do happen to get an essential oil in your eye, you want to, don't put it in the eye, but you want to put a carrier oil very close to the eye. You can also flush your eye out with milk. That's a way to dilute the essential oil. Do not try to use water because that will only intensify the effect. Okay, peppermint is also great, like lavender, for seasonal concerns. I mentioned lavender, peppermint, and lemon together are a great combination for supporting your body through that time of the year when you're feeling sneezy and wheezy. Peppermint is great in your water for that purpose. It's great for breathing, so it helps to open the airways. So anywhere you can put it around the face or the head or the neck, also by putting it in your water, and especially if you can hold the water in your mouth for a few seconds, kind of swish it around, it really helps to open up the sinuses. And also putting peppermint in your mouth is a great breath freshener. And it's good for digestive discomfort. You can apply it directly over the abdomen. You can also take it internally in a glass of water or make a capsule, put some peppermint in an empty capsule, take it that way. And I think I already mentioned all of the ways that it's good. Combined with lavender, they work together to help with seasonal concerns. You can use it for digestive, for muscles, and for head tension. Both oils are great for both of those purposes, and they work well together. So those are just a few ways to get you started with using lavender and peppermint. Of course, if anybody else has a tip that you want to add about using lavender or peppermint, please share it below so we can learn from you. Remember, there's a limit of 5 BOGOs per account. It's only good for today, ends at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time So go grab your lavender and free peppermint. Happy BOGO, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your day. I'll see you tomorrow morning for our final BOGO offer, Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Happy Thanksgiving.